Morning, everybody. It is 8:10 a.m. It is April 2nd. Welcome to my channel. Now, today's Liberation Day. Reciprocal tariffs are going to go into effect, but that isn't going to be announced at 4 p.m. at market close. So, today's market, what will it do? Don't know. My guess would be we probably stay in a range. Yesterday gave a little fake out that it was going higher, and it couldn't go higher. So right now, we're currently out the most traded price of the week, which is 56.24. That's no surprise. And I feel like we have a little playground we're probably going to trade in. But without further ado, welcome to my channel. My name is Steven Gonzalez. I use market profile and volume profile to find structure in the markets, along with supply and demand, gamma exposure levels, the most traded price of the month, of the week, actually of the year, the month, the week, and the previous day. That's how I look at markets. That's my edge. I hope to share that with you. I also use market internals, which is very powerful. Without this crazy, insane volatility, that's another part of my edge. All right, kind of leaves me on the right side of the markets. So I use that every day and sets up my day. Okay. So if you enjoy my content, please smash that like button. All right, that'd mean a lot to me. Help my channel out. All right, and as always, hope you join me every day. And I give you the lowdown on the markets, the story, the market news, the economic calendar, the leaders and the laggards. And of course, we go over daily charts, and I go over long and short trade scenarios in the NASDAQ and the ES by analyzing the futures. And those futures will help me with swing trades, with trades in single equities. So it's not just what futures. It kind of drives everything. All right, that's why I analyze both markets. Okay. So why don't we get right into the watch list here and see what's moving markets. Now we got a VIX. Our VIX is up 7.3%. It's up to 23. So we're still pretty volatile. It's the only reason why the VIX is moving up so much is the market is down. So, like I said though, we're at a key level, and I don't think anybody knows what the tariffs will be, and I expect to be range bound today. Silver's up 0.70, gold's up 0.31, 30-year bonds being bought. The dollar's down slightly, down 1.14. Bitcoin's down 0.34. 10-year yield's down. It actually was up earlier. It's down 0.48. Crude's down 0.52. The Dow is down 0.58. ES down 0.81. The Russell's down 1.03. And the NASDAQ is down 1.06%. Now, I did have some positions I put on yesterday. I actually went long on end phase. Took that off because I was like, you know what? I don't want to be holding a bag, so I made some profit on that. I actually had another one, Ventus, ticker VTR. That's in real estate REIT. I was in that for a couple days, and then I just said, you know what? I'm gonna just take this off, be smart, and I took my crude position off too. My bull call spread I had in that worked out. So that's what's going on there. Now we got the Russell down 1.05%. Like I said, Ethereum down 2.45%. All right, let's move on to the Mag 7 Plus here. Berkshire Hathaway is the least. It's the leader, but it's down. Okay, so everything's pretty much down. Let's go to the one percenters. Got AMD down 1.29%. Amazon's down 1.38%. What else here? We got Meta down 1.40%. Coinbase down 1.76%. Nvidia's down 1.8%. Tesla's down 2.69%. Okay. Now, Tesla's, I think, expecting deliveries to miss today. Or they did. I confirmed that. All right, so let's look at sectors. Who's the leader today? They're all defensive. You got staples, but they're not leading up. They're just not down. You got staples, basic materials, utilities, real estate, and then you have laggards, right? And weakest four are technology, financials, discretionary, and semiconductors. All right. Moving on. We're moving on to the economic calendar. Let's do it. All right, let's look at the economic calendar here. We got 30-year mortgage rates came out. Previous 6.71, they went down zero point 0.1. I mean, if the 10-year keeps falling, that should fall. Okay. ADP employment change came out at 815. We were looking at 105. We actually added more jobs. The big numbers will come Friday. We got crude inventories at 10:30, and then you can see reciprocal tariff plan announcement. That's at 4 o'clock. Okay. That's about it there. Let's go into some news here. It says Trump to impose sweeping tariffs, escalating global trade tensions. U.S. President Donald Trump was expected to impose sweeping reciprocal tariffs on global trading partners on Wednesday, upending decades of rules-based trade, risking cost increases and likely drawing retaliation from all sides. Tesla set to report drop in quarter one deliveries on weak demand. Musk backlash. Wall Street is bracing for Tesla to report a drop in first quarter vehicle deliveries, but analysts and investors cannot agree on how bad the decline would be. Boeing CEO to face tough questions from senators on safety. Trump reciprocal tariff plan amplifies risk of ocean shipping chaos, executives say. White House to hold meeting on TikTok. U.S. President Donald Trump will consider on Wednesday a final proposal related to TikTok ahead of April 5th deadline for the app to find a non-Chinese buyer or face a U.S. ban. A White House official told Reuters. All right. Now let's look at these. In Asia, Japan's Nikkei ended slightly higher following a volatile trade as traders positioned for Trump's tariffs. The currency markets remain muted. Against the yen, the dollar rose very slightly while the euro was steady. The dollar rose marginally against a basket of currencies. Oil prices eased amid fears tariffs could exacerbate a global trade war and dampen demand for crude. Let's see here. American Express, Apple, MasterCard, and Visa. Visa has offered Apple roughly $100 million to take over the tech giant's credit card partnership from MasterCard, the Wall Street Journal reported on Tuesday. Interesting. I'd say CoreWeave, the artificial intelligence startup, shares closed up 42% at 52.57 on Tuesday, their third day of trading, above their initial public offering price of 40. At close, the company added more than $7 billion to its market value on Friday. The Nvidia-backed stock debuted at 39, giving AI infrastructure firm a valuation of 23 billion on a fully diluted basis. CoreWeave already taken a hit on Thursday when it downsized its IPO. Let's look at what's going on here. Newsmax, shares of the conservative news outlet, soared another 180% on Tuesday, extending their eye-popping gains a day after the stellar debut on the New York Stock Exchange. The stock has been popular with retail investors, remaining the top trending ticker on retail investor-focused social media. StockTwits.com since its debut, which traders said parallels the pattern of other hotly traded retail favorites known as the meme stocks. By the end of Tuesday, Newsmax traded at $234 a share, up from $150 from Monday's close and nearly double the $125.98 where it began its day. That compared to the IPO price of 10 and eightfold gain after the offering on Monday. It's crazy. All right. Let's see. Walmart, the U.S. retailing giant, is continuing to push Chinese suppliers to cut prices to offset President Donald Trump's tariffs. Bloomberg News reported on Tuesday. All right. That's that. Let's look at the juice. Just want to see if there's anything. No, that's not probably much here. I think we're going to go right into our daily charts. Alrighty, let's look at our SPY. So the SPY had that bounce day right off that trend line, right off that trend line. And yesterday closed almost at the highs, a little above the highs of the previous day. Okay, so we broke this low, pushed up, had another day, a positive day, right? Well, right now where are we at? 556.10. We are right around last week's lows. Okay, we are at the lows of yesterday and at the almost at last week's lows. Let's look at futures to get a better look. You can see we pushed up and it's pretty much been and opened up here and been pushing down the whole session. Okay, let's look at Qs. Here's the Qs. Let's step it back, hit this trend line, right? And now we're back over 2024 anchor evaluated. Anchor VWAP. Okay, so we had a nice push. Nasdaq was relatively stronger in structure. You could see we really closed higher than the previous day. Okay, and where we at now? 467.40. 467.40. We're right here, a little below last week's lows. Okay, so very interesting. Let's look at the futures. All right, so futures, you can see we opened here, pushed up, and now we're at last week's lows, just like I was talking about earlier. Okay, moving on. We're moving on here to the 10-year yield, our triple-headed monster here. Let's see where we're at. Remember, I was talking about this 4.13 yield, right? We're there again. Next move is 3.99 yield. Okay, so bonds are being bought underneath the 200-day moving average, and this trend should probably continue. Okay, now moving on to the dollar. Dollar is just trading in a range. Don't know what it's going to do. Is it going to take it to 103.10 or is it going to rip up to the 104.64? Don't know. Let's look at the VIX. That's our fear gauge, right? We've pushed down this morning overnight. So VIX is pushing back up into the 23-24 range. So volatility is here. It's even though the volatility is here, the price action isn't insane. It's a little easier to watch as opposed to when we were up like in this area where it was just like, whoa, it was very hard to trade it. Okay, now let's move on to the main event. That would be our market profile and our volume profile, and we'll analyze the markets here. It's pretty much the same analysis of yesterday, to be honest with you. And we'll look at, let me get my marker out. Let's go to the chart here. Let's look at this market, what we did yesterday. Now we're pushing down. Like I said, I don't think the market is going to be, they don't know what to expect. Now, there's a couple train of thought for Liberation Day, right? My thinking yesterday, and I was just like, you know what, it's too much unknown. But I feel like this day, and just the overall sell-off we've had, might have priced in these liberation tariffs in general. Okay, this whole move down could have priced in tariffs. Not sure. Okay, so when they come out, we might get a nice, bear rally. So who knows? Okay, I don't know. Right. So all you could do is try to see the story. Right. Now, yesterday, what happened? We opened up and pushed lower, right into this demand zone. Okay, and it looked like the market was weak. But then, you know what? Tech, discretionary, I believe, communications weren't that weak. And that just helped us drive all the way up to here. you went through single prints here. You didn't clean them. And in my Discord, I said, I had a picture in there. I can show you right now what I said. Let's just put that up real quick here so I can show you here. So, where did I put that? Hold on a second. Okay, here we go. So in this picture, I was talking about the single prints in the Nasdaq, and so you can see at this point Nasdaq was pretty strong. ES was pushing past 56.70, the most traded price of the week, and there was the single prints, those red boxes, right? But if you see what I said here, I said red boxes represent single prints, emotional selling. ES is already in single prints, and NQ is working its way there. A strong market rips through these. If they act as resistance, then the market is not as strong. So basically, it went up, and I think Liberation Day really had an effect. Okay, really had an effect on the markets because you don't want to hold the bag, right? So you don't want to hold the bag. So yesterday, like I said, ripped up, came back, went back, right? Closed up here. Just a day that I think is just no one wants to be too short, no one wants to be too long because they don't know what's going to happen. All right, now we look at these levels. We are in ultimate balance still. Remember I said in this area yesterday is a chop city. Right? You want to be on the edges. So yesterday you tried to find acceptance below this level and couldn't. You tried to find acceptance above 56.70 and you couldn't. Okay? So basically this is our area to look at again. Right? Overnight lows right now is 56.18. Lines up with the overnight most traded price of the week, 56.24. And then we have yesterday's lows at around 5600 in this demand. Okay. Now you have a confluence high up here. Let's call it 56.95. Right. You have some supply up here, and you have the 56.70 most traded price of the month. Okay. Of the month. So I would say right here is what you want to look at, and that's pretty much your playground. In here is noise. Okay. And we're setting up in a balance area, and you can look at the profile. Look at the weekly profile. You got excess to the bottom, then we have our value area, and then you have excess to the top. That's balance, folks. That is balance. So this makes sense, right? Be active at the edges. Inside here, you get moves, right? You get moves. Swiftly come up. You know what I mean? You go long down here. These shorts have to cover. You come up, right? Long's got to liquidate. Shorts come in. That's basically what's been happening. Okay. So this is pretty easy today, to be honest with you. So we're going to get right into scenarios here. Oh, by the way, this was our market profile and our volume profile. And now we're going to get right into scenarios here because it's pretty easy today. Let's do that. Let's go start with, we'll start with the bull case for first here. It's pretty neutral. The market's in ultimate balance. Again, we will move out of this, and it will be big move. Don't know which way, but now generally April tends to be a bullish month seasonally. Okay, seasonally. All right. I'll bring that up and show you a chart in a sec. Okay. All right. So let's talk about the bull case. It's all about this demand. All right. All about yesterday's lows of 5600. Let's just see what happens here. I feel that you have all the way down to about 50, 55, 80 in change to see what we do. Okay. But of course, 5600, we're still pushing down here. 5600 down here, anywhere in here. See what happens. If you start to get higher lows and you can hold that most traded price of the week, you're probably going to go back up with the 56.70, the most traded price of the month. Then let's see what 56.95 does. If you can break that, maybe you go back up, right? test this naked VPOC around 57.50. That's if you break out of balance. That's if you break out of balance. Okay. Now, that's kind of what I'm seeing. Okay. It's not much, but because I only want to be active here with a long. Probably not down here. Okay. Moving on to the bear side. Okay. Just the opposite, right? Now, on the bear side, we have this 5600 and we have this demand zone. Now, if we come down here, break yesterday's lows, break this demand, and we start to hold price, find acceptance, we possibly could test this 55.33 level here. Okay, you break that, you could take a fall. That would be a break out to the downside. I'm not sure if that's in the cards yet. Okay, now with the shorts as well, let's say we see we're already getting pushed back a little bit. If we come up and come in here into the supply and cannot find acceptance or tag this confluence high, we're probably going to just trade like this. Okay, stay in balance. I think that's a good shot of us staying in this range just because nobody knows how the market's going to react at 4 p.m. The futures market will react, right? But the stock market will be closed. So really tomorrow will be the day that we can just digest this and go, okay, is this priced in or is there new information? Right? That's basically how that is going to work. All right, and now we can move on to the NASDAQ here. I still owe you seasonality. All right, here we go. Here's our little NASDAQ here. And now the NASDAQ has moved its most traded price down lower here and at about 194.50. Okay. And we're going to get right into it. Right here. Okay, so prices right here. Here's yesterday's highs. Here's yesterday's lows. We went into a demand zone and popped out. We popped out. Okay. We didn't reach single prints yesterday. We didn't get a chance to reach them yesterday. In the overnight, that doesn't count. You did go into single print, but that does not count. Okay. Now, it's going to be the same thing. Got a demand zone here with the lows from yesterday. This box right here needs to be defended by bulls. I think there's a good shot of this just because of no one wants to hold the bag. Okay, so if we come down here, let's change this. I didn't want to do that. Okay. Let's go to the scenarios here because I forgot to do that. And we got the highs up here with this up here. Okay. So let's talk about these bull. And first, let me put the NASDAQ scenarios up there. All right. We're going to talk about the bull case here. All right. So let's say we come down and we test this area. Okay. You could possibly get a bear trap here as well. But if we just come down here, hold higher low, I believe we probably can test the other side of this little balance. I mean, it's only in the overnight sessions. That's why I can see a little bit of balance. Okay, the profile does show balance. So, it's not a true balance area yet. You need more sessions there. But that's what I feel will happen. Okay, you could get a little bear trap here and do one of these, recover, and then that's the same story. Okay, and of course you just want to hold this level and you probably move up. Okay, that is your bull case. Now bear case. Here we go. All right, so down here you'd want to come down here, try to take out this demand zone and hold, find acceptance and challenge this low. That 1.8 was at 189.76 right there. See if you can break that. Obviously that would be a breakdown, right? Now you have 3 sessions here of lows, so it could possibly happen. Okay. The other possibility is You come down here, you get that move back up into resistance area and supply. Okay. If you come up here and you fail, we're probably going to go back to the other side again to wait for tariff news. Okay. So that's pretty much it for today. Now, I'm going to give you that seasonality chart. All right, give me a sec here. I'm going to pull that up. I have a little program that I made, so hold on a sec. So give me 1 second here while I pull that up. I can actually show you right here. All right, so we'll put in the SPY. 5 years we'll do. All right, and then we'll make this picture right there. Okay, so purple line is what we're doing this year. Okay. Blue line is what we've done over the last 5 years. So, what I told you maybe wasn't correct here. Well, no, that's not true. All right, so in April, you notice we come down, but then we start to make a run into May. This is what I'm talking about. So from April to May, you tend to bottom out in April, right? You go down in March, bottom out in April, and then you tend to rise. Okay. And obviously the best peak month is November, Santa Claus, and the lowest month is September. That's the seasonality that we're used to, right? Now you can see the purple line is this year. We really got weak in March. Okay? Really got weak in March. And now look what's happening. We're starting to push up in April. But look, we could even take a downturn and then move up into May. And then look, sell in May and go away. You can see May goes down. And then look what happens from July. Woo, right? So that's seasonality. All right. So hope everybody enjoyed the analysis today and smash that like button if you did. All right. Of course, you can always join me every morning. And I give you the story of the markets, the leaders and the laggards, the market news, the economic calendar. Also give you long and short trade scenarios like I did today. Okay. Now, there's been a lot of stuff going on with me with re-strategizing. So I've been really working on how to attack this market. And I've been a little quiet in my Discord. Okay. However, I think I've found a new little base, and I've been. Oh, that is Elfie, and that's Confluence Trading, my Discord. So let me put that up again. All right, come join me at Confluence Trading. You can find that at my YouTube homepage, and I'm been more active about giving you my analysis during the day. Okay, so we have a plan. It's pretty simple today. I believe it will be range bound. Even if we happen to break out or break down, there could be a de-risk, long or short in the markets to go back to the mean because nobody knows how the market's going to react. Okay, so everybody have a great day, and if you want to come join me in the Discord, please do. If not, I'll see you tomorrow. All right, take it easy.